Hi, friends. Welcome back to Creature Corner, brought to you by Lenovo and Gnomon School of Visual Effects, the MIT of Visual Effects in West Hollywood, California. Welcome, everybody. Welcome tonight. Welcome to the end of our January stretch where we've been going hard on the Creature Preacher. That's where we've been. That's where we are. And now I'm going to welcome my friend. You know him as Matt Millard, but his real name is Matt Millard. Please welcome Matt Millard.
Here I am.
It's him. He's real.
The full meal. That's right.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you are just tuning in for the first time, this is the first time you've ever watched Creature Corner. Let me tell you something. We have been on this journey.
Oh man, it's wild too because it's like a path, but it's more
like it goes from like a one point to another.
You gotta figure out where you're gonna go, and
but
you know
what
we call it. We tell them what we call it.
All right. Here's what we call it. We call it the Road to
Monsterpalooza.
We're doing this till June.
Yeah. You guys are gonna have to suffer through that awful.
Oh my God.
Awful promo for a long time.
But it could happen at any time, like right now. But basically, this is the road where Matt and I continue to keep ourselves entertained week after week, making monsters and cool stuff.
It's going to be great.
So we're at the end.
Monsterpalooza this year, and we're going to have a booth.
You guys are
going to come hang out.
We're deciding, like, do we put a table out in front of us?
Yeah.
Do we put the table in a corner?
Do we wear small tables as hats?
Like, who's bringing the fart gun?
Yeah, it's a gun that shoots farts.
This is a real thing that we have, and I'm totally planning on shooting farts at everybody.
Oh, my dog is stepping on the mouse. He's
destroying you.
Oh, come here.
I
know, buddy. Anyway,
so we're back, man. Do you want to just do it now? Do you want to just like show us now? Because like you've been on a tear. Do you have them?
Yeah, I can try. I brought them all up here. My dog. He wants to here. Can we get up here?
Can you get Slayer up there? Let's look at him. Look at him. Look at Slayer.
Look at big boy.
Yeah.
Look at this baby. Look at my big baby here. There he is. That's my pride and joy right there.
You know, they say people and their pets look alike. That's it. That's what they say.
Okay, that's just what
they say.
That's my big human boy.
He's a big tube boy.
Yeah, he's making his streaming debut. Yeah, I've got some prints up here. I did a bunch of prints, but why don't you
Well, I'll just show you guys where I'm at.
Yeah.
So all right, here we go. So this is where I left off. Not even where I left off, but like last time I had some different teeth in there, and I decided,
dude, the big teeth are awesome.
Yeah, I decided I didn't want to do. I didn't want to spend like hours sculpting the teeth, so I just grabbed a set of teeth that I had, kind of duped them in there, and then the advantage of that was that I could separate the gums and the teeth. So I kind of I took a set and then I duped it, and I thought I'd go kind of like all the way back, and that ended up kind of being like the last thing that I wanted to do.
Looks awesome.
Other than some, like tightening up here and there, but like that's it. I'm calling it. It's the end of January. We can't go any further. So that's been it, and then I've been tooling around on the render as well. You can see how that guy turned out.
Dude, he looks great, dude.
I was thinking, like, man, I got to do a full body of this guy at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
He
means business.
He means business. He comes from hell. He talks about hell.
It's his everyday office. He loves that shit.
Yeah, he's having a great time. He's,
You can tell he's smiling about it, and he's having a good time.
He's having a good time. So you'll probably see me just kind of like tool around on this today, and then today we're going to be talking about how we prepare our files for print. So I've taken my guy here, and I built a little base for him. Dynameshed it all together. I'm going to basically cut the head off and create a key. So I did a test.
You tried to print this guy, but
I tried to print it. Absolute failure.
How so? How did it fail?
Well, when I looked at it, like there are islands all through that thing. So running auto supports is just like I don't like to operate that way. So we'll talk about that when we get there.
Sure.
But I'm gonna try and key the head off today, and then at least get it into G2 box and start putting supports in it. You seem to have better luck than I do. When you just slam that stuff out.
Yeah,
you just go full slam.
Yeah, I'll bust open a G2 box file here in a second. Here, go lay down, honey. Your dad loves you. Yeah, but I want to party with you.
Dad, I'm here to party.
I want it just like what you said, Dad. Okay, yeah. Here, let's see. Let me bust open the G2s. Yeah, so this is where I left off on the Creature Preacher. I printed a small one of this guy. He turned out really well.
Photos you posted were great, dude.
Let's see here. Let's see. I can't see my face. It's on my webcam. Okay, here. Let's get can we get like some sort of cinematic lighting going on here? There we go.
Oh yeah, buddy. I can't believe that. And tell the people what you printed on.
Hold on. Let's see if can it focus? It's trying.
Can our snappy little webcams focus? Lighting is super fun though.
He looks great, honestly. Let's see. Just in the shitty light, yeah, that's just dark. You can't see anything right there.
And also, Slayer has pounded out some rhythms.
Yeah, he is. He's excited. Come here.
He gets some heft.
Dude, he's a power machine. Okay, so here, let me see. Can you see this? Oh, I've got to reshare my screen. Hold on. Hold the ticket. Exit full screen.
That's the ticket.
That's the milk box.
That man's bringing the milk.
Okay, so what are we here? Actually, I'll just show you how I do it right quick.
For me, show me.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll just I'll navigate, redo it all, see if it turns out similar to what I printed. The lighting in here you can't really tell, but honestly, the Creature Preacher probably like the cleanest print that I've gotten. Just with auto supports. Okay, I've got my window off screen here so you guys can't see all of my secret stuff.
Cool things you're doing.
Yeah, it's mainly just live action. My Little Pony is that's where we're at. Here we go. I don't know what this is. Is this a model? And oh yeah, I remember this now. You'll notice the model is invisible because it's so small.
This is a tiny guy.
So anyways, here's my model. So
you just Dynameshed it all together, chopped it up.
I Dynameshed it together. This wasn't a lot of care. It was really, I took my file, mushed it around a little bit. I got the hairs inflated a little bit so I could have a better printing surface. It wasn't a lot of touch up. It was more of making sure that there weren't a lot of holes. So I just kind of Dynameshed this dude together. And let's say I'm printing on a P.O. poly or Peopoly. I don't know how you say it. Phenom.
I've heard it both ways.
It is a giant printer. It is very big. I'm using Soraya Tech fast resin gray. Works perfect. 0 issues. This is what I always do. I'm going to go ahead and take my model, and I'll get it somewhere in between the 35 and 55, depending on the model. Something like this is going to be fine. The reason why you're doing this is to get less cross sections, less of a wide cross. Like right here is going to be pretty thick, right? But with the right amount of supports, it's not going to matter. Plus, this is going to be hollowed out. So very next thing I'll do after I get my 45-degree tilt on it is I'll go up here to the, and this is Chi2 box. This is the free version, base version, 1.94. It comes with a lot of different profiles for different printers. You can, depending on, I think it's got like, 50 different profiles, and it asks you which resin you're using, et cetera, et cetera. Anyways, let's say that I bring this guy in here. One thing to note for me in all versions that I've used is that Chi2 box is going to be telling you that this is the front, when in reality, it's the back.
The other way around.
Yeah. So I've noticed I always rotate my prints facing the back so I can see in my window, instead of a million supports, I can actually see the model I'm working on, right? So big deal. I've got them rotated.
Big deal.
It's not a big deal. You just
It's not a big deal.
You dynamesh your stuff. You bring it in here. You try really hard to rotate it. It's kind of funky. Oh, okay. That's fine. And let's say right there, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to grab the model. We'll go to hollow. And on this wall thickness, depending on the size of the model, it's going to be between 1 to 2.5 millimeters, maybe. So I'm going to keep it at 1.8. I'm just going to do start.
I'm going to do the same thing here, so I'm following along.
Oh, yeah. Scale it up.
Scale to fit.
Rotate. Yeah, scale to fit. Have the base. Yeah. Just like a little, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that should be fine.
Not like that.
No. I mean, it should be fine, dude.
That should be fine.
Yeah. Anywhere from 45 to 50 degrees on that guy is probably fine. And then grab them, hollow them out.
Nope. There we go. I can hear Slayer. Is he going to town on a bone?
Yeah, he's chewing on a bone.
What a maniac.
Dude's a nightmare.
He's just a maniac.
He's the best boy. Dude, that's fine. That's fine.
No.
Hit him.
No.
Hit him.
Okay, we did it. All right.
Hit him. Hollow him out.
I'm going to hollow. Okay.
Wall thickness. Do like 2. I do a 2.
A 2?
Yeah, I mean your print bed isn't massive, right?
No, I mean it's pretty big, but it's not like the Piapoli. What, do you do any precision? No precision?
I do I do wall thickness around 2, precision 0%, infill structure none, and that's it. Okay, so let's watch that again. Let's watch that again. And Slayer is literally destroying the whole house.
Oh man, he's having a good time. All right.
Dude, that's great.
Yeah.
That's gonna be that is a pretty thin print. You could back it up and do like a 225 if you wanted. Which is what I'm looking at right now. Let's see what mine says. It is frozen.
I also went through this week and kind of like inflated everything, fixed some areas.
Okay, cool. So let's check it out here. Am I live? For some reason, it looks like.
Are you some kind of?
I mean, like my
fish
window
man?
isn't. My window isn't updating. How do you handle dynameshing thin cloth for prints? I've been working on a model that has a jacket with a reversed normal collar and a lot of overlap. Yes, clothing will be a huge pain in the ass. You want to
Professionally speaking,
Oh yes, I mean hands down. Everybody will tell you that.
it's all bad.
You want to generate everything one-sided and then extrude at the end. And whenever you start working with double-sided geometry, like I did with this guy, it actually took me like 40 minutes to get his dumb little jacket like dynameshed in a solid piece so I could, you know what I mean? Like at least get a solid piece out of it. So make it thick. I would delete one side if you have an edge loop around the entire mesh. Delete the inner part, finesse your single-sided mesh, and then extrude it at the end. Make it nice and thick.
The big thing with cloth is just keep it flat for as long as you can, and then depending on your print or how you model things, you might always have to inflate things for print or kind of bloat things up a little bit.
James, it doesn't look like my screen is updating.
Maybe you want to come in and out again?
Yeah.
All right. He'll be back in a moment.
No, I mean, I'm back.
In one moment. In the meantime, here I am.
Yeah, it's not. Is it up? Am I moving my model on your screen?
Now it's working. I can see your mouse.
Yeah, is it moving or is it just still?
It's moving, but the model is not updating. Versus mine, I can see mine. Like, look at me, tumble. Woo!
Yeah, mine's not updating.
He's not updating.
All right, I'll just bounce out.
He'll bounce. He's going to be right back. He's going to bounce. It's okay. This is what happens. Anyway, so Matt's got some super secret trick he does with auto supports that I want to see. But I've always come into it with you got to poke through and get all those islands by hand because it just that's the big cause of most print failures is spotting these little islands that grow here. That's the thing you want to watch out for. So angle, it's all about the angle that you print at. So I've we rotated at 45 degrees this way, but you might also want to rotate 45 degrees the other way as well. Is your model decimated? Yes. I have decimated the mesh. It's about 1.5 million. Sorry, 1.2 million, which is not bad. Yeah. And really no crazy loss of detail. So, and then when it shrinks down, you might want to like bump the contrast a little bit. Now I would do this with the base mask, but you can bump the contrast a little bit for more detail. So, that's the fun part. Okay, boom. So grab this, and then I might rotate it another direction. So you do 45 degrees that way, and you do it the other way. Let's see if he's back. Chitu is not cool with high poly. I've gotten away with some high poly stuff.
Are we here? Am I here?
I can hear you. You want to share your screen?
Oh yeah, Chitu Box does great with high poly, man. It's really all about
high poly, man.
It's all about your processor. Dude, this just isn't updating. Is it because we're both sharing our screens, maybe?
I mean, that's usually not the problem, right?
Okay. So is this working? Yeah, this is.
Yeah, there you go. You're good.
Yeah, I had to minimize the window to get it to work. Let's see. Oh, no, we're good. James did some sort of voodoo on it. Anyways, we've got it hollowed out. That's a decent thickness. One thing I'm worried about is all of the hairs. So let's see how that goes. Nice and solid. That's what I want to see. I want my thickness to be enough to where these aren't hollow. They'll be too brittle if it's a small print. And there's, I mean, that's it. Everything's fine. So we've got that. The very next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dig 2 holes into this model. And I'm going to dig a hole.
Okay, so here's the thing is I've been having issues digging more than 1 hole.
Okay, so I've run into that too. It just depends on the thickness of the model and the spot of it. I mean, let me just see if I can get it. So I'll be at a hole depth. 8 millimeters is fine. I know that my model is much thinner than that. So I'll do it at the top. Let's just say right here. And these are breathing holes. They're for nothing more than the suction of your FEP in your vat to breathe while it's printing, and there's resin inside of the model. It will also help like some of the resin pour out that's on the inside, but it will help the flow of air. So I'll do one on top.
Flow of air.
And I'll do one on bottom where the model connects, probably right around in here. And by connects, I mean this has a very, very simple kind of wing coming off of it back here, as you can see, to support it to stand up physically. But it connects to the model right around in here. So maybe I'll just pop it right there. Boom. I'll do that. I've got 2 holes. These things actually fit in perfectly. The hardest part is to remember that they're on your that they're on your plate. I forget every time I pull a model off. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot my
You gotta delete them.
No, don't delete them. You can use them in real life, is what I'm saying. They're perfect. I just forget to I forget they're on the plate because they're so small, you know. So anyways.
Well, it actually let me poke another hole in there.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. It's like I've had that issue with.
They get finicky.
It does. The software gets finicky if you have like multiple prints on there. Oh, I see that you have like a double 45. Here, bring that back to me. Let me see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like you can do that, but I don't do that because you're going to have more. You're going to have more supports on one side, and you're going to have an uglier side of the model.
Well, that's always going to be the case. But like what?
No, it's not always going to be the case. It's either going to be front or back.
I mean, yeah, you want to like.
You don't want back and left. You want just the back.
Just the back.
Right. And also, dude, your holes are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are massive.
But here's the thing: is that like you want that.
I mean, I do mine tiny.
Yeah, but then those clog up.
You know what I mean?
They clog up. I've got them. They always clog.
I mean, it's fine with me.
Yeah. I'm just saying I like them big.
I'm just saying your holes are big, and that's okay. Yeah. You can do it that way. If you want big holes, you can do big holes.
I like them big.
Dude wants big holes. He's got big holes.
So you're no on the double 45, and you like small holes.
I like small holes because the second that you get it in alcohol and you shake it, it won't clog. Or whenever the resin's wet, you can just plug those plugs in, and they'll lock right up.
All right. Well, let's
either way.
Let's hear the support magic. What's the
There's no magic, dude. It's the easiest thing in the world. The only thing I have to make sure of is that your printer has the profile for the Chi2 box has your profile for your printer and your resin, and that's it.
Yeah, it's got all that.
Yeah, because what are you running? What kind of printer do you have?
I have a Anycubic M3.
Okay, so you've got an M3. That's the printer you've got selected.
Yep, that's the profile that I've got in there.
Cool. And you've got the resin picked as well.
Let's see what the resin. What under settings?
Here, let's see. Let's go back. Let's go to setting. No, it's not setting. It's something about a printer. Something about a printer.
Something about a printer.
Account settings. Or maybe you have to go to the. Oh no, it's right here. There it is. Yeah, you press settings on your little cog or whatever, and it'll say your printer up here. Yeah, perfect. And then the resin, does it have your resin selected?
It just says normal.
It says normal.
It just says normal.
I mean, maybe that works, but also maybe that, because the thing is that this will help you with your curing settings and your.
Well, some need a longer cure, and
so I mean, maybe it's fine. Maybe there's a profile you can download. Maybe that's not even an issue. All I do is I will straight up just go to density 30% on medium supports. If you're not doing if you were doing a very big model, I would use heavy supports, 30%, and then you just hit it.
That's it, 30% all?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I'm looking at this right now, knowing that the fact that I spent 30 minutes on trying to get the model printable, that I'm going to have some issues with my hair. And that also, so I'm expecting this kind of
cross.
There's some garbage supports in here because I've got some garbage hair. But I'm not fucked up about that. I'm looking at everything else and the contact points, and it looks fine. It's all on the base. It's all on the back of the hair, and there's a handful on this. And if you question it at all, you can walk through here. You can look through your islands and see okay, what's going to have an issue printing, right? And you can add some more, or you can take away some. But ultimately, I run it out of the box like this just while I'm working on a model. I will take a model down.
You'll just do a straight up
auto support it, dig some holes, and print it before I really start to over engineer anything. Because after getting this printout, I know that the only thing I have an issue with is a cigarette, and that's because I cleaned it in alcohol just a little too hard and tore it out of its mouth. But there are 0 pock marks. I can fix the hair, no big deal. But I want to know out of the gate what my issues are with my prints. So I always just slam them in. And yeah, it's going to give me, I notice there's a bunch of supports in the mouth that are a huge pain in the ass to get out, in the physical print, right? That's something that I'll remember for next time, because in the model, I'll just fill it up a little bit to where I don't end up having supports, or I'll just take the supports out.
Hey, this is the thing that you got to watch out for, though. And this is the stuff that auto supports miss, which is this stuff. Here's your islands right here. Because it hit it in the middle. But you'll see this guy, this is a piece that's being cured. And if you don't have a support for that, it's just you're going to get little floating boogers around. Yeah,
so that's between 30 and 50%. Before I got this new computer, I I auto supported everything at 50% supports. So
30 seems like a good number, because then you can go in. It's not overly dense.
Yeah. So that's where 50 was. Is I would slam them all in there, and then I'd start taking some out.
Yeah. See, there's all these islands that just pop up that you miss. You can actually take these through a file checker too, that'll spot these islands for you. But the more kind of like detail sculpting that you do, the more you're going to get this kind of island stuff. But this is like, these are the little boogers you got to watch out for.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And you'll also notice that depending on how you orient things, like the resin can carry it. And maybe the details you're missing are details that are on the back of the model or under the model. And it's like, even the minimal work that you did just then, if this is all you needed, then you're ready to rock, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I can catch some of those little guys while you can, the hollowing process is easy enough, but it's those little boogers that you gotta just come through.
Yeah, I mean that's how I've run almost all of my models recently. It's just all auto supports. I've done a handful of manual supports, and the only times I've gotten any sort of serious issue had been in very cold weather and mixing in cold resin with warm resin.
Because it's got to be at a certain temperature for it to be liquid.
Oh right? Yeah, so in order for it to cure under the LCD and be malleable enough to
like look at all this stuff right here. Boom. See?
Yeah, but you've got what?
See that what I mean?
Yeah, you're missing like what? A millimeter of a millimeter.
Yeah.
That's nothing. Just print it.
Really?
Yes, dude.
No way, man.
Print it, dude. Just print it and see if it's an issue. That's the thing. Like that's my whole mantra. I slam it in there, auto support it, print it, and then I'm like, okay, I'll add some extra supports here if I need to. But you want to know if it's going to print in the first place, right? That's where I'm at every time I print something.
But then, okay, you get a fail, right? What happens? You have to go clean the vat, filter out the resin, scrape for little boogers, wipe everything down.
Maybe. I mean, it depends on what the fail is,
But you have to clean that vat. You have to clean it because then
the thing
that can ruin future.
The thing with the vat cleaning is, yes, you have to clean the vat, but you have to. I feel like once you have like enough experience, you can know like, when do I really need to empty this bitch out and clean it. If you scrape the vat and let's say that you can pour out the resin and then just filter it back in, you don't have to sit there and clean every little thing. You just want to make sure there's no hard residue on it for it to get crushed by the plate.
You don't want those little boogers.
Yeah, you don't want boogers, and they're easy enough.
You don't want boogers. See, now what about like these guys, these big long guys? You ever mess with it? Because look at that guy. He's long, very long. That's a long bridge for this guy, just to go support that.
I mean, I can say the same thing that I've said this entire episode. Only if you want.
You're like, just do it.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like it's one of those things to where you really just have to slam it out and then come back and then rethink. That's how I do it. You can do it your own way. I slam everything out, and if it looks good at 95%, then I don't give a shit. I'm like, yeah, there's some issues here and issues there. I'll fix those if I really want to go back and reprint it. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
But
I'm on the very, I would say, methodical side of it.
No, I would say you're on the OCD side of it.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
like dude, if I'm gonna spend time,
you won't even notice it. It's fine. Did you put a hole at the top of his head?
At the top of his head?
Yeah, you put one on the bottom and you put one on the top.
A little spout, like right there.
Just a little hole somewhere on the top of his head.
Just a little hole. All right. I'll give you your whole. And that's because we're on the whole road to Monsterpalooza. 3D printing.
Are you getting like text messages or something?
I am. People
Is
want to know.
that your what's the old MSN mailbox? Is that your MSN messenger?
Hey, I'm not that old. I am that old.
You're
No,
like,
I would never do that. This is like, it's like stock. I'm not going to change. I thought about changing it to like Mario.
dude, I want to change my ringtone to that capybara song. It's like capybara, 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 capybara.
Capybara.
Anyways.
I'm just put in a hole.
Anyways, this is how you 3D print stuff.
Capybara.
Yeah. So that's really what I'm trying to say is like in my printing experience, I have always just slammed everything out. And then because I know like like check this out. Let's say that you have this model last week and you're like, okay, we got to print this model. Right. That's what I did. And so I took like half an hour and I was like, I need to Dynamesh it together. And after I got a Dynamesh together, I slapped it in at 45 degree, dug some holes, all this, and then I just put it on the printer because I knew I was going to have to work on the model, but I want to know how much I got. You know what I mean? And also some of your issues that you're running into with these islands, you might be able to reorient your model. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. You can't be on the power cord. You might be able to reorient it and get rid of some of that. Might fix it for you.
It's always like, what sacrifices are you willing to make?
Yeah, I mean, do you have the failed print?
No, like it didn't even print beyond the first few layers. It might have been. It might have been, dude. I had like 4 different resins, like I was mixing together.
Oh my god, bro!
It's just like
you can't even say your print failed with that kind of information. It's like I put gasoline, oil, milk, and butter into my. I know. Like, come on.
It should be fine, right? No, I've tried that before where I've mixed like gray with clear.
I know, buddy. We're gonna hang out soon. You'll do something. My dog is so sad. You've been at the computer all day, Dad.
Oh.
He's attacking me. Capybara, capybara, capybara.
So what happened to your screen? Are you not sharing?
Is it not sharing anymore?
No. I thought you just didn't want to share anymore.
No, it's just my dog has attacked me. Here we go. This is what I'm sharing. I have.
Oh, you've got Billy boy.
I've got my dude here, and I have decided, honey, I know. I have decided that here, bring me up on my face screen. Oh, white light.
Wow, man, I can see everything.
White light for a beautiful full meal. Here we go. So let's check out this. What What is that? Does he look like anything in the light? Oh, okay. Can he? There we go. He's almost in focus. This dude looks good. I've got a bunch of prints that I did over the last week or so. I did my Joker. The Joker looks great.
Yeah, that turned out awesome, man. Yeah, there you go.
He looks good. He's a pretty good size. It's kind of difficult to, again, I don't know how to make it do anything. Oh, but that almost worked. There you go.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, all the buckles. I had to inflate the staples on his face and stuff like that. Tim turned out awesome.
Tim, that's fantastic.
Tim was dope.
All the hairs, like that's the stuff that surprised me.
Dude, I know. Like I just
crazy. You just did that with the Slambo 30%, 45-degree tilt.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Zero fuck ups. Like in the quality on this video it's not working too well, but and then I also did like a little bonus Xeno Dragon there.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe that.
And it just pops out. That's 30. That's the stuff that you're worried about right now. I didn't worry about any of that. I did this. I did this at 45. I hit the auto supports, cleaned it up.
That is wild to me. That is wild to me.
And I did a little Gorgon here.
Yeah, fantastic, man.
And what I'm wanting to do is design a bunch of custom bases for every one of the characters. The very last test that I have here is the Xeno Knight for the Xeno Dragon here. Let's see if that can. It's not going to. That's okay. There he is. But yeah, I mean, dude, that printed, like it's got the chains on it and everything, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, in defense of my strategy of 3D printing, I would like the court to recognize my evidence A through E of segment printed creature corner models.
That's fair, because you got all those, and I ain't got none.
No, it's just all about like hitting them with them autos. See if it runs. I just want to let you know that it is possible about 30% that my dog might turn my computer off.
Is he gonna just turn your computer off?
His tail is crazy. So now that I've got all those those tests printed out, I decided I wanted to like design kind of the busts and stands that they sit on, right? And for my dragon, the hardest part about the dragon is that it's sticking his neck out, and so there's no natural leverage to have like a physical model sit on.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm going to arch the neck, and then I'll probably just print a bust like this, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Right? That'll be cool.
That'll be cool.
Whatever. Print a bust like this, and then sculpt like, some sort of language that matches everything else on there. But I'm doing it on the actual model and not like a Dynamesh version, so I can really go in and make sure that everything is going to work before I stick it all together. That's what I'm going to be doing for the next hour.
For the next hour.
For the next Flipty Flipkins.
Flipty Bipkins. Good Lord, Tim and Flippy Bipkins.
Because we're on the road.
Oh, he said it. I have to do.
Road to Monsterpalooza.
We're on the road to Monsterpalooza.
And we're just gonna get some prints for you guys.
We're gonna be there.
Pick them up.
We're gonna sign autographs if you want.
I don't do that. I don't. Do
You are gonna sign autographs because you don't know. It could be worth something. You don't know.
JC Sculpture, what's up? Is the Capybara song royalty free? It should be. Just play it if you can. I don't know how to hear it. Oh, hi. Yes, darling. Play it. Play the Capybara song.
Be okay? Can we do?
It's Capybara. Capybara.
I don't know.
Get a little excited. So yeah, looking for a bust. And I think that if I take this and then add like a kind of Hellraiser Game of Thrones style bust part to it, that would be sick. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's just send it back over. Send it back over, see what it looks like, John. We'd like to see that, John.
We're going to look at it.
Capybara!
Capybara! Today is about capybaras.
We're missing a vertex count on something.
Boy, are you missing a vertex count?
You boys missing vertex counts? Is that what you're doing?
In this town, we decimate our geometry.
We don't hang out with triangles like you.
Oh, you support subdivisions?
Oh, what are you, a five-sided? Are you an M-gown? Is that what you are?
In this house, we UV.
In this house, we UV. Oh, that hurts my feelings.
I will not have any poly paint in this house. We're just gonna have a good time.
We're gonna Milton our Bradleys.
And then next week we'll be onto something new.
Oh.
And we
have I can't wait.
We have a special guest.
Oh, we've got our boy Hammy.
We've actually got our boy Hammy here.
We've got our boy Hammy coming in hot, and he's one of my, like, dude, I love this dude.
Yeah, his stuff popped on our radar, and we're like, we gotta talk to Hammy.
Love his art. I've been chatting with this dude for a while. He's hilarious.
His work is great. It's really unique. Yeah, so we're really excited to have Hammy with us next week.
Huge fan. Can't wait to hang out. All right. It's almost time to... I'm going to start detailing this Xeno Dragon print here. Let's call it Xeno Bust Print 01. Okay, misspelled every word. Xeno Bust. It said, hey, you're dumb. You can't do it.
You can't do that.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
Oh. The Carver Reputation Hot Dog Vacuum.
Dude, you're going to print your guy out. He's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
I'll do it tomorrow. I'll try the method. I'll do it the Matt Millard way.
If you want to see if there's like a contingency between our software and hardware, I'll run it tomorrow on my machine.
It's like, just to prove
No, it's you always assume the negative. It's not just the truth. It's like to help, but I'm not going to do it anymore.
You're not gonna do it.
No, I changed my mind.
I lost my shot.
You hurt my feelings.
I didn't hurt your feelings. I'm in awe of you, Matt Millard.
I am in awe of your feelings. All I'm saying is that we're going to be at Monsterpalooza, and I'm going to have the road.
The road,
dude. We've got to wear latex lizard person masks. Oh, you should bring your Cthulhu mask, and I'll bring my lizard mask.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll just die of dehydration.
Oh, man, remember?
On the first day.
We used to go to the grocery store.
Jared and I walked a mile to a grocery store in latex Halloween masks so that we could check out as Cthulhu and a lizard person. And that is a real story. And if you guys want to be concept artists and creature designers, that's the shit you gotta do.
Weird. You just gotta be a little weird. You gotta deal with it.
You gotta hang out and have fun, man. Those are the rules. Those are the rules.
Because you're gonna slowly go insane.
You're gonna start losing it.
You're gonna start losing it, and like, we just want you to know that you gotta at least be cool when you lose it.
Yeah, it's gonna be over soon. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Alrighty. It's almost time to start digging into this. Yeah, I'm excited. Like, I was thinking that would be like something cool for us to do is like to get the busts of our characters, but just instead of like having like a boring little cylindrical base, we could have like, you know, like for Spider Tim, it would be like, you know, spider claws wrapping around it. And maybe it's got a placard that says his name, or same thing with this. It'd be like a bunch of knives and like fleshy bones or something. And it'd be like, Xeno Dragon, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? That'd be cool.
Xeno Dragon.
Cerno Dragon, Serpentard.
Yeah, you got to give him a little placard.
You got to give him a little.
You got to give him a little placard for your friend.
Give him a placard.
A man just wants a placard.
Okay, so I'm gonna send him over to Keyshot. Yes.
Things that we can do at Monster.
My favorite fighting game level ever.
Sometimes I got to, just to keep myself occupied, I'll flip over to something not 3D related, and I'll just do a little paint. Just to keep fresh. And then when you look away again, you got fresh eyes.
And that's the most important thing in the industry is fresh eyes.
Fresh eyes. You can see how he's evolved since last week. I was working on it. And then they announced like all the new DC lineup.
I didn't see that.
He didn't see it because it was a tweet.
Yeah, I didn't. I saw James Gunn talking, and I didn't watch the video.
Okay.
So that's my.
Well, he basically talks in the video.
Okay, and what does he say in the video?
He says what they are going to do.
Is there anything cool that's happening?
Yeah, man. They're like they're rebooting Superman. That's going to be like the big start, the kickoff.
Yeah, I know, but like, I'm sure it'll come around and be incredible, but it's just a bummer that Henry Cavill isn't fucking Superman anymore.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like it it sucks for Henry, and it sucks for
No, it sucks for me.
Well, it sucks for Matt specifically.
What? You don't like Henry Cavill as Superman?
I do like Henry Cavill as Superman.
So how does it not suck for you?
Well, I mean, I'm excited for new things.
It sucks for okay.
I think
You don't like Henry Cavill as Superman.
of course I like Henry Cavill.
You don't
Who
like
doesn't
him.
like Henry Cavill.
You don't like him.
I didn't say that.
That's what it sounds like.
I didn't say
Chat, tell us. Tell us.
I said
Jared hates Henry Cavill.
no.
I
was
don't understand.
Man, come on. They teased Superman at the end of Black Adam.
Yeah, so why are you not like heartbroken about Henry Cavill?
I am heartbroken about it.
You just sounded like you weren't. That's all.
I can be heartbroken and excited about the next thing.
I'm not excited about it.
I can have multiple emotions.
Okay.
I can embrace the dissonance.
Mm-hmm. And are you saying that I can't? That's just what it sounds like. I'm just asking.
Well, I'm just saying, like, one of us is doing a lot of personal growth.
One of us is just like way more mature than you. Like seriously.
I'm in my 40s, Matt. I've had time to come around.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm in my 30s, and if you rotate it at 45 degrees and hit auto supports at 30%, you're good, bro.
Oh, okay.
It hurts.
Okay, all right.
It hurts.
Going right for the jugular. Jesus. We're okay. I'll be okay. I don't like islands. I don't like them because they float around.
They float, baby.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, I mean, apparently, whatever it is you're doing right now, that's what you feel like you're supposed to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just kind of what I always learned is like, don't let the islands float around.
I understand. Yeah, I mean, so what I would do is if you're not happy with it, I would reorient it and then just hit it again.
That's it. You would just reorient?
Yeah.
Wow.
100%. Because if you're getting too much attention to like different parts of the model and my supports are not enough, just rotate it. See if it works.
Just rotate. Well,
I got a lot of work.
Well,
Okay.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to do this for you.
I mean, you should do it for yourself.
Do it for the road.
Yeah, do it for the road. Send me the model.
Do it for the road. Matt, we've done 60 episodes.
Dude, is today episode 60?
60, man. We have lost our damn minds.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that cool?
Thank you for hanging out with us, guys.
People said like you're not going to make it past 10.
I don't know who said that.
Nobody said it. And like this makeup person.
Just really wanted to make sure. Yeah, I didn't say that. Nobody said that. Okay.
And an imaginary hater.
An imaginary, something that Jared has made up to fuel his ambition. There's this one guy that said
one guy. Well, if you're gonna make up an enemy, it might as well be like you, right?
Yeah,
like
it might as well be a dude that just says episode 10. That's it. You're over.
Episode 10.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Mippins.
Tim Mippins.
Tim Roy Bips.
Tim Fibbleclips.
Tim Finnegan.
Ooh. Finnegan.
Tim Finnegan. I'm gonna try some glowy stuff.
Okay.
I mean,
this is the time of the night where I take my fiber. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to full detail zone on my Xeno Dragon Printola.
What do you think? You like the glow?
Dude, actually the glow looks really good on this, but I can never see the glow on mine. I wonder if it's a scene scale thing. Oh, the emissive text.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the bloom. Sorry.
Oh, the bloom. It is a scene scale thing, I think.
Yeah, dude. So the only way to use a glowy text like that is to have an opacity to where, like, the outline of your mask isn't as glowy, so it looks like it has a hot kind of neon kind of spot.
It's an interesting thought. Is using like a toon shader.
Yeah, maybe if you do it like emissive, but then, I mean, even if you just go to label or textures and use opacity, I don't know if you can do it, because what is it, a mRGB mask?
What, this thing?
Is it a material mask?
It's an actual material. So I painted it with material in ZBrush.
Yeah, it's a ZBrush material mask. Yeah, I mean, you might be able to do a contour on it or something to limit it. It's hard to do in something like this, but
curvature or something. Oh,
teeth look great. The face looks great. And now that I'm looking at it, the text might be too big if you're going to have it, I think.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion. I mean, they're really cool shapes, but it might be too big.
We'll go back to gold.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that makes it like integrate a little more. It makes it look like feel like it's part of his anatomy or something almost.
Part of it. Part of your world.
Part of my balls.
I'll
be right back.
All right, he's out of here. I was from a time when the model shop actually used real models, not this CGI thing. The actual model shop. Physical models. Well, there is nothing like there's nothing like the real thing, baby. I don't know. I hear Matt. I hear what he's saying with these auto supports things, but I don't know. Oh well. We'll just play with it. Anyway. Guess we'll just go back to paint. Just have some fun. Painting a weird clown guy. Not where we intended to start today, but why not? How's everybody doing out there? Are you guys excited for James Gunn's new DC lineup? Talked about Swamp Thing. That's one that I'm really excited about. And some other new superhero properties. The Authority, I think he mentioned, which I'm not familiar with, but I bet comic sales are going to jump now because people are excited. What about you guys? Do you jump back and forth between projects like this? I find I like to do the opposite of what I'm working on. So if I'm like drawing something, then I'll switch over to sculpting, and then if I'm sculpting something, I like to switch to drawing, just to jump back and forth between things. Swamp Thing's first season was pretty good. Yeah, I didn't get to see it, but I have friends who worked on it, and I just thought all the work that was coming out of it was beautiful. I think it was only on DC Direct, which was their kind of like exclusive streaming service. So my hope is that Swamp Thing gets some proper due. Just painting and Krita. Sometimes I need a break from 3D and just like looking at the gray screens of 3D. So working on something with a lot of color is always fun. I mean, I like to do a little bit of everything. Draw, paint, write, sculpt. A little bit of 3D printing. It's refreshing. Yeah, it's nice to switch to different things. And then when you go back, you look at it again with fresh eyes. And you're like, I like to switch. I like to switch. It's okay. It's okay to switch. Doctor, your doctor, switching is right for you. And you flip. You switch and you flip. Right there. For this guy, this is really just a fun exercise in rendering. Single light source kind of coming from the flashlight. I just wanted to play with something to render. These guys are a little juicy over here. Reflective, so they're reflecting a little light from the body here.
Hello.
Hello, Matt.
Hello, humans.
Hello, humans.
It's refreshing to switch to another project.
It is. Every so often, you gotta switch. Just give your brain something different to do.
Yeah, and this bust is going to be huge. Like after printing the small version, I can see like where I need to push and the details I want to really, it's got to look, the thing with dragons, it's so hard to get them to look cool from the front and from the side.
Yeah. Dragons, I mean, the profile is where it's at.
Yeah, but whenever you got a print, you want to see that beautiful,
let's see that whole
face, which means you got to show the eyes. So I'm always going to narrow the snout and the bridge of the nose. And then more than likely, I'll always just kind of accentuate the brow to give him that expression. And I can see that I've got some spikes and stuff here, but ultimately I'm going to really up-res this stuff and get some nice scaling. Matt, can you reshare your screen? Yes. Boom.
Boom.
There we go. I keep forgetting that every time I switch between programs, I have to reshare my screen.
That's weird. That's a weird thing.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
I don't understand why that's a thing. It's because your power is too much to contain.
Your power.
Your power. You got the power.
This is also why I like to work in subdivisions, is for this exact, like all the small changes you got to make them on a super low res subdivision, and then they'll update.
He's got the power. There's a setting to change it. Matt, he said there's a setting to change it.
To change what?
I don't know, your screen share thing. That's what I'm assuming he said.
There's a setting to change it. When you click on share your screen, choose share entire screen. Oh.
Did I do it?
Yeah. Boom.
You were just sharing the program.
So does that mean that now I can switch over to here? Oh!
You did it.
It's working. James is the man. Okay, cool. Thank you, dude. Thank you.
James is really saving our bacon.
He's a bacon saver.
That guy's a bacon saver.
That's what he does. Saves bacon.
He's our brand new Bacon Saver Deluxe.
So ultimately for the larger print, I think I'm going to split off. The reason why I'm modeling on the actual production model, or the design model, I should say, is because I'm going to be splitting off some of these pieces. I'm going to be splitting off like the neck flaps, like this, the chain, the leather straps, the chains, which I will be remaking. As you can see that some of them are, I might be able to go in here and stretch them back to looking normal, but I'll probably redraw some of these chains. But I want to plug these into the head so that whenever you get the model, you can, if you want to paint it, like if I wanted to paint this, I could paint it without, let's see here. Yeah, I could paint it without this on. Boop, boop. Right, same thing with this. Take these off. Take it all off. So I'm going to align everything while it's nice and sexy and separate.
R-rated movie, an R-rated Swamp Thing. I think he mentioned that Swamp Thing's going to be horror, like very horror oriented.
Oh, James Gunn.
Yeah. So they're doing Swamp Thing, which is like, he outlined like an 8 to 10 year plan, which
really,
yeah. So that's like the next 10 years. It starts with Superman Legacy, which is like a younger Superman in Metropolis, who's kind of like learning to be Superman kind of thing. Batman 2, the Pattinson Batman is going to get a sequel, but it's not tied into the bigger DC universe.
Yeah, it's kind of a separate thing. The Matt Reeves thing is separate.
It's it's Elseworlds. So it's not.
I know like Lady Gaga's in it as Harley Quinn.
Yeah, so that's Joker 2.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. The Batman
movie. Also kind of like, so what he's saying is these movies can exist outside of the main DC universe and still be kind of character based and all that stuff. So those will still exist, and like Blue Beetle's still coming out, and all of that's still happening.
Blue Beetle is coming out.
Blue Beetle, that's still coming out, but he announced like a Booster Gold TV show.
Wasn't there a lot of worry about the Blue Beetle movie not making it?
Yeah, but I guess it's gonna happen. It's coming through.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. We have some friends who worked on that.
I don't have any friends.
Matt, you got friends.
I know.
You got friends.
I love our friends.
You got friends. Friendship is magic.
Okay.
And then some other superheroics.
Jared, are you going to send me your creature preacher model? I want to print it.
I will send it to you.
You promise?
I will. Justice, what's up, man? Hello and welcome.
What's up, Justice? How you doing, man?
Welcome. Yes, Matt, I will send it to you.
Send it to me. I'm going to print it. Whenever my heated vat comes in, I'll print it. It's really cold here right now, but I ordered a heated vat controller for my Phenom.
A heated VAP?
Yeah.
A heated vat.
The beards are getting real, is what he said.
Ours?
Yeah, we're growing them out. I'm going to grow mine out until Monsterpalooza, man. I'm going until
What did Matt, what did you call it? You called me, this is great. He called me Gandalf the Gradient.
Gandalf the Gradient.
Gandalf the Gradient.
He's got the gradient.
I used to have this beautiful dark beard, full, and now it's like I look like Calico Cat, When you're a cat.
You look like Calico Cut pants.
Calico Cut. It's not piss. Okay? It's got nothing to do with piss.
Did you give?
Gotta give.
Okay.
When you're a jet. Gotta give. You know what, man? Because we were talking about it, I popped it on the other day.
Oh yeah, you started rewatching.
Yeah, because I had to after you had mentioned it. I'm like, I got to.
Yeah, I've been watching it too. I love the show.
There's
So good.
there's no rule. Okay. No, you went over there, you talked to him for a really long time, and then you sat down. And when he came back, he said there was this rule. There's no rule. What? Just incredible.
Jared, I'm really excited about Monsterpalooza.
Hey man, did you know we're going to Monsterpalooza?
I'm really excited.
Have we mentioned this?
Is it the road?
Have we mentioned the road to Monsterpalooza?
It's gonna be dope.
If you go, so what we're saying is that if you go to Monsterpalooza and you look for us,
You're gonna find us.
you will find us there.
We're gonna have stuff.
Matt might wear a hat.
I'm probably not gonna wear a hat.
Not gonna wear a hat.
Yeah.
He wants nothing to do with the hat I bought him. I've been trying to get him to wear this hat forever, and he just won't.
I just want to be clear. Jared has not purchased a hat for me.
That's what he keeps saying. He keeps saying I didn't buy him a hat, but I bought him a hat.
Oh, we got a good one. It says, how to self-critique our work if I am not getting any review from anyone. Okay, well, yeah, I think you kind of answered your question there.
If you're not getting
all we do is self-critique our work. So the most important thing is that we get critique from other people. So if you're not getting critiques from, let's say, whoever you're relying on or saying, you can always reach out to people that you respect their critiques. You know what I mean? Like for me, I'll send artwork to Jared and I'll be like, hey, is this reading a certain way, or is this powerful enough, or like, what would you change? Here's the directive. Like, you're never delving any of the outline of the job to anyone, but you're looking towards a a peer. You want to know. You've got to get eyes on it.
So, yeah, I mean, that's a great point. Yeah, is if there's anybody that you can show your work to, anybody's opinion, because people inherently kind of know what's right and what's wrong. But post your work and say, I'm looking for critique. That's always kind of a good way to open up a conversation with people. What I used to do when I was, getting started and I was trying to produce a lot of work is I would come home and I would just sit there and I'd kind of stare at the piece that I did. And I'd just kind of like break it down and I'd go, okay, how much time did I have? Right. If it's for a client, how much time have I had to work on this? Did I have a lot of time? Did I have enough time? Then ask yourself, like, is it up to my standard? Like, why is it not up to my standard yet? Because nothing's going to be up to our high standard because we want perfection and we want to be the best. But then just be honest with it and do it. Be honest with yourself and then try not to do it in a destructive way. So in a destructive self-critique would be like, you're such a loser. You didn't get it. You didn't get enough likes, right? Or nobody shared it, or don't be destructive with yourself. Just be honest. Like, what could I have done better next time? And then kind of run through the list of like, okay, is it the lighting? Is it the character? Is there enough character in there? Is it the camera? Kind of run through a mental checklist of the things that that you like in pieces that are strong to you, and then kind of compare and be like, okay, how did I do up against this? But key is in self-critique is not negative self-critique, which can be non-productive, right? So you can like talk yourself out of making another thing because you're like talking yourself down and you're like, I'll never do this thing. So just be, nice to yourself, but then be honest with yourself at the same time. Like I look at, and then look at it again later with fresh eyes. There are now pieces that I've looked at, that I have that are like 8 years old or 9 years old. I get reminders from Facebook and I'm like, oh, you know what? That wasn't as bad as I thought. So time is also helpful.
Yeah, I think to mirror what Jared said and what you're asking is honestly a very important thing, because the big thing about art, especially nowadays, is peer review, right?
Yeah.
And so you are literally asking how to get advice whenever you can't get the most important thing, right? So the most important thing is to get peer review. Number one, if you're not getting peer review from, someone that you need it from, get it from someone else. That's what I'm saying, because you need it. And as an artist, especially in this industry, you can't rely entirely on yourself. You can critique yourself as much as you want, with as much, intelligence and what's the word, experience. You can have all of these things and you can critique your work, but still you have been making the work and you've been looking at it for 40 hours. You need someone else to look at it. You have to have, it's like writing a song. It's the same thing. You have to have someone else listen to it. You have to, because you're in your own world, you're in your own zone, you're in your own thing. You're looking at it 100 million times and no one else has seen it or heard it. And if they're not commenting on it or critiquing it, you need to find someone that does. So like, critique yourself to death, but don't, right? Like, get to a point to where you're like, okay, this is where it's at. I can keep going, but I might be aimless for a while. You need someone to look at it and be like, hey, your forms are wacky, or like, hey, your lighting's fucked up, or you need someone that has no experience with the project, with the image, with any of that stuff. You need that extra set of eyes. I live on that kind of stuff, so that would be my advice would be, critique yourself as intellectually as you can, but just know that it means nothing compared to someone else's.
Yeah, you can't judge everything on your own, and someone who's coming in at you. We all get close to our piece. We all get close to our work.
And it's not even sentimental. It's just
We're
mechanical. You are just in it. You have created it. You can't see the issues. You can't see the form problems. You can't see the silhouette. You can't see those things because you've been in it for so long, right? You've got to have someone else look at it.
Yeah, see, you got to have someone else look at it.
Yeah.
And then you got to have make a voice like this.
And that's my opinion.
Well, I think you're right. I mean, you have to have just get an objective opinion, And what Matt is saying is that, message him at all hours.
Yeah, if you want me to tell you that your work is bad, then just kidding. One of my favorite things in the entire world is helping people, man, especially in art, because I didn't know that I was even capable of being creative for a living, dude. I knew I was a creative. I didn't know it was possible to make money doing what I do. And I would love to help everyone else that has been discouraged and is curious about it. Whatever, hit me up. Might take me a while to answer, but I'll hit you up.
Yeah, I think we've all been there. We all been there, man. Like where you don't believe, and the truth is that like it's a long and winding road, and it ends at Monsterpalooza.
No. But you know where it begins? It begins at the beginning of
It
month.
begins at the beginning. Uh, I mean, like I don't think you can truly measure progress until you produce like a body of work too, um, which means like do 3 pieces a month and then line them up back to back and be like, okay, did I grow each time? Did I
Okay,
push myself
that's
each
actually can I speak on that right quick?
time?
That's a really good
Okay.
point.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take away or interrupt, but I am. I'm not taking away, but I am interrupting. I want to say that whenever you start out in 3D, um, this might not be the case, but growing into art, you start to think that like, okay, I'm learning a new field. I'm a 3D artist. It's not as complicated as physical art. It's faster than physical art. It's all these other things, and you start to get the mindset that a lot of new artists have is buttons and scripts and tools and all of this other shit that makes things faster for you. None of that matters. You literally are an artist, 100%. You have to know how to sculpt. And if you bring in base meshes and change a bone structure, guys like me and Jared will know in your portfolio. And we'll ask you, we'll be like, how did you start the sculpt? If you're talking about production level stuff, likeness stuff, we want to know all of that stuff. So there's a breadth to nothing is as easy as the internet says it is I think is what I'm trying to say.
I use this slide for class. If you want to pop this up.
That's it.
Um,
You're not going anywhere unless you can do that kind of
yeah.
shit.
So like in when you first start digital, you have two hurdles that you're going to cross, which is like the tech and the software, just learning the software and like building comfort, and then the art fundamentals, which is going to last like the rest of your life. You're going to be learning art fundamentals forever, and that's why it's kind of beautiful because there's always something to learn and something to be gained. And but like you just have to understand, like first learn the software, spend some time learning the software, and then come over here and spend the rest of your life enjoying art.
And that was the thing that really hit me was I was a traditional artist my whole life. I was sculpting, drawing, painting. I was doing all this stuff. I wasn't taught anything. I didn't go to school for anything. But then in the full circle, after learning all of the software and the basics and the fundamentals in 3D, I was able to finally be like, oh, now I can be an artist.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I can be Matt Millard and use these tools and not like, ooh, I need these tools to get me a job. It's more of like, how can I make my vision come true? And it's not going to look good unless you know how to draw, shade, know your values, sculpt, like all of these things. Like everything else is bonus. It's all bonus bullshit. If you can do good forms, have you seen like some of the Avatar artwork coming out are just pencil
Oh my
sketches?
god, so good.
Pencil sketches. And James Cameron's like, yeah, dude, let's go. It's like, dude, come on. Like that is fundamental stuff. Like these guys are hitting shapes that are so nasty and so gnarly and so in line for the line of work that they're like, boom, nailed it. Now we can take it to 3D. So don't get tied up in your tools and in your presentation. Get tied up in your fundamentals and your style, and then learn how to use everything to your advantage. That would be my
Yeah,
my
and they all like all those things feed each other, right? Drawing feeds painting, and painting feeds sculpting, and because pretty much you learn how to manipulate light. And that's all it is just manipulation of light and form. And then storytelling. That's the fun stuff. Icing on that cake.
Okay.
Yeah. Young punk kids. They're like, you'll never be an artist.
You'll never be an artist.
You'll never be an artist. No one believes in you.
Oh man, everyone told me that.
Oh man.
They were
Yeah.
Don't use the Lord's gift that He gave you to draw bones and blood. And I was like, hey, here I go.
You're doing the devil's work, and you're like, darn tootin'.
Darn tootin'. You better believe it, Your Honor.
Believe it.
All right, so I'm going to temporarily merge this bust together, and then I'm going to start doing some ideation on a kind of like a print block, you know, like something that would be cool. Let's see here.
Oh man, I was toying with an idea earlier, and I just wanted to get your critique, get an opinion.
Okay.
And this is like where we get really granular on things. But I was thinking about, having a bunch of like snot dripping down his nose. I was wondering if you think I should go with that.
No, I don't think so.
No, like it's not pooling into. Okay, cool. All right.
Well, the thing is that it takes away from the character of the teeth.
Yeah,
the teeth are like telling the story. Like, if anything, just give them a tiny little, from one tooth to another, just a little line.
Oh, just like a little
saliva line or a snot line, whatever you want, something small. To let you, yes, to let you know that he's gross as fuck, but it's not like you can still read. His face is awful, dude. I'm sitting here trying to like pretend like, yeah, man, and then that's great. I love it. Huge fan.
And I have a surprise for you later, off air, but I'll have to send it to you later.
I have a surprise.
Matt and I have exciting plans.
Oh, it's that kind of surprise.
It's that kind of surprise. We have exciting plans.
I like
things that we want to do.
Okay, so this is kind of what I'm thinking for my print, Jared. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
A little bit of the arms, right? A little bit of the arms, and what I'm going to do is I want to make like a I don't know what you would call it. I guess you'd call it some sort of like stand or bust, like a bust something. I don't know.
Well, it's like a yeah, I know what you're talking. Like a stand.
Yeah. But I want to create something that like goes with every one of the creatures that we print off. You know what I mean? Like this one has a bunch of like, Hellraiser dragon vibes. Like there's
gotcha. Like
you know what I mean? Like this. Like maybe there's like, some whatever that's awful. But you know what I'm saying? Maybe there's some sort of language that flips around and kind of matches the dragon itself. And then it stands up and it has like a little, maybe a little title or something. You know what I mean? Maybe it says like Xeno Dragon or something, and it just kind of,
But I get what you're saying. You want it's not just like a print. It's like
yeah.
This is a piece.
Yeah, there's there's body to it, there's language to it, there's a design element. It's not just like,
hey, I made this thing.
It's not a sculpture with, a circle on it. It's got some sort of thing.
It's not just That doesn't have a circle.
It doesn't have a circle on
Not
it.
just a
guys.
circle.
I don't want a circle, okay? Yeah, but he's got these horns. They go out that way, so I'm thinking that maybe like switch color here. I'm thinking maybe like the horns kind of. You also don't want to make it too sharp. Some of these prints that I print off, I'm like, these are sharp. You're gonna stab someone.
And then, not to mention, like you stab yourself on the struts or the supports too.
Oh my god!
You're picking them off, and you're like, ah, ow.
Dude, I can't wait to go to Monsterpalooza.
Hey, are we going to Monsterpalooza?
I mean, we're on the road.
We're on the road. I think if you want to play along and take a shot every time we put this graphic up, you will die.
Take a shot?
Yeah, like take a shot. Like
who made those rules?
I did just now.
No, don't take a shot.
I'm not responsible for what happens.
Just take a drink. Here, I'll do that. I'll take a drink.
I've got water. And then you would pee.
I just finished my beer.
I don't know. Yeah. What are your questions? Do you have questions?
Yeah, more importantly, I don't care about your questions. Are you coming to Monsterpalooza?
Are you gonna hang out with us?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Are you gonna look at our stuff and come hang out with us?
Are you gonna tell us that you watched the show?
Are you? I honestly, I want you to show up and be like, "This is my favorite '80s movies, Monster," and I want you to challenge anything I've said over the last 60 episodes. I want you to be like, episode 21, you said that TerraVision was the most underappreciated movie, and I'll fight you to the death over it. If you want to go that way, we can go.
And I will end you.
Nah, I'm just joking.
I'm joking. I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
I'm gonna eat the hey Dylan.
No.
Tell them that I housed Dylan's burgers.
Are you gonna tell them?
Yeah. I'll have to figure out what kind of silhouette I want for this, because I actually think I need to start very simple.
Yeah, chisel some shapes out.
Yeah, I think I need to start very simple. And then possibly, like maybe it's a bunch of knives or hooks or something, you know what I mean?
You just said that your pieces were very sharp.
You're right. I just want every one of my guys to have a little bonus. Like, this is my house. Like something simple like this to where maybe it breaks the silhouette a little bit and makes a nice little... shape here.
Awful.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, I've got a question. I've got a question for the audience.
Oh, he's got a question.
I've got a question for the audience that's gonna, it's like divisive.
Oh, God.
Are we, the majority of people watching with 15 minutes left of the show, Did you grow up Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis?
That might be controversial.
It's a controversial thing to be aware of.
The question was Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis, which you grew up with.
Everybody's going to be like, I had an Xbox when I grew up.
They're like Nintendo. I grew up with a Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo.
We've
got one Nintendo.
Sega.
We've got
Sega.
We've got Ray Lee with the Sega. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see, John.
I don't know. Maybe I have too many things coming off of like. What if there's just like a big stringy thing?
That's cool. Oh, off the nose.
Yeah, off the nose. Or if there's multiples of them.
This one dude said he's been a PlayStation guy since before elementary school. Cool. So you were born in 1991 or 1992, I guess.
Oh man, we are old.
Yeah. No. It wasn't 92. 95. 95 was PlayStation. Maybe I'm wrong.
Man, I had them all. Now, what was that? Are we talking like your first system? Like the first thing you had? Because the first thing I had was a Game Boy, black and white.
The question was,
get a Nintendo.
The question was, what did you grow up on? And you can use your own.
Okay, grow up on. Yeah, it's like
92. Okay, so Mr. ERJ, 92, that was the year that Mortal Kombat 1 came out. Just wanted to let you know. So I guess that makes sense. You're born in 92, first console, PlayStation. That's dope. What was your launch game? Was it Crash Bandicoot? Hook me up. Don't tell me it was Resident Evil. If it was Resident Evil, you're my best friend. And then Jared got a little jealous. Just then he said, oh, God.
I'm not my best friend anymore.
Oh, I'm not even important.
I'm not even his fourth best friend. Aw.
I'm sad.
Jeez.
This is going to take some full-blown graphic design level work to figure out how I want to do all these. Oh, it's going to be dope, though. Yeah, no one asked me today or at all, but dream franchises for sure. I'll answer that question that everybody asked me. Would be Resident Evil and then Mortal Kombat. Yeah, so if you guys know anybody that's doing that or even Spawn, you want to hit me with Spawn. You want to hit me with anything cool, let me know.
Matt is available to work on Spawn.
I'm available to work on Spawn, Mortal Kombat, and Resident Evil. Those are my, I actually have an insanely cool job right now. The only things I could open up for would be those properties. And like I said, it's photoreal.
Only photoreal Mortal Kombat Spawn.
Only photoreal What are the ponies? Only photoreal My Little Ponies. Yeah, that's what
I'm just waiting for the release of Cocaine Bear. That's it.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay, dream projects. Mortal Kombat, Spawn. What else, Matt? What else would you?
No, I mean Resident Evil and Mortal Kombat. Those are my things. Everything else is honestly just like
Ravy.
Yeah, I mean you're looking at a body of, I don't know, like it's like, dude, do I want to work on horror franchises? Yes and no. I don't want to ruin what's already been amazing, right? If we're talking about like, if you get me on Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th, yeah, I'm gonna love that. But I'm also gonna be really sad that we're probably
rebooting.
That we're probably like defacing the beauty that was already made. Now, where Sam Raimi is going, where the Raimi dudes are going, and A24 is going, all these guys, they've got some good projects. I want to hang out.
The Evil Dead Rise trailer.
I want to hang out with it. I didn't even watch it. It looked too good. I didn't even watch it. I watched the first 30 minutes and I turned it off.
That trailer came on before Megan, and my wife, who does not like scary like possession movies.
Yeah.
She went to school with nuns, and she went to high school with nuns. So like possession and demons and all that stuff, that's her like no zone. So yeah. Evil Dead Rise comes on, and I know what to expect. I've seen the trailer, so I kind of look over at Jackie, and her face is just in like, she's like doing this. She's like, no, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not. I refuse to witness this.
And you heard it here first. Nuns go to high school.
Nuns go to high school.
True. It's all true.
Misty! Misty, what's up?
Oh, Misty Winters. Hey, girl. What's going on?
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Thanks for inviting me to all those things in California, even though I live in Arkansas. I would love to see you as well.
We just want you to be a part of it, Matt.
Are you still on motorcycles? For some reason, I felt like you rode motorcycles secretly. Is that a secret? You heard it here first. Misty Winters rides motorcycles. Dude, yeah.
I'm actually going back to this sculpt because
you going back to the sculpt?
Going back to this old one. Well, because I found out when the bigger I printed this piece, it would topple over, and so I'm fixing it now. And then I thought, since I'm here, might as well kind of like clean up the back and make it extra pretty. We talked about that, Matt, where we want to do just some high res sculpting again on our prints.
Yeah, I'm starting that right now. I'm trying to figure out like kind of a base that I want to use for my Cenobite dragon here, and then I'm gonna carry the idea over to all of the other things I want to bring to Monsterpalooza. I might even do some renders, do some sculpts, and like do like what's the word? Like a survey. Be like, which one do you like the most?
Yeah, I mean, if there's a piece of ours that you want to see that you think would make a cool print, let us know, and we'll do it. How about that?
That sounds good.
How about that?
We like it.
We're just trying to be cool.
Dude, you're doing great. You're always cool.
Oh, man. Thanks, buddy. I just feel lucky, Feel lucky getting to be a part of it.
Dude, I just can't wait to be at Monsterpalooza and hanging out.
Man, you know how many? You know what I'm really excited for? There better be like 400,000 Megans at Monsterpalooza.
You think so?
I think there better be.
That's going to be fun. Now, are you going to be upset if there aren't?
No, I wouldn't be upset.
Okay,
Maybe a little disappointed,
cool.
but upset.
But I'm hoping for there to be like 100,000 war bats there. Do you think everybody's going to show up as the war bat, Jared?
You know, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, stranger things did happen.
It did happen.
They
know
did.
Look, it could happen. It could.
I was telling my girlfriend I'm taking her out there for California a little bit before the Monsterpalooza. We're making a trip out, and I was like, "Oh, you should dress up as Sonya Blade." And then I just looked at the Sonya Blade costumes, and it's just yoga outfits. It's what every California girl wears. And I was like, "Fuck, dude, this is a bad idea." She wants to be a Navi.
Navi. Oh, that's cool though.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
She's a cat person.
Like a real cat person.
He is a actual feline cat person.
Owns a cat.
9 feet tall. Yeah,
Dude, that is rad.
He is 9 feet tall.
And that is awesome. Because you are not 9 foot tall.
Not even close, actually, now that I think about it.
Man.
He said, yeah, you're definitely not 9 feet tall.
You're not 9 feet tall, Matt. I can't even stand up. So, I mean, I get it. Remember the cat at Gnomon?
No.
I
love how I straight up said, you know what? I do remember the cat. Yeah. Over by the administrator area. It was the homeless cat.
Some kind of hat?
I remember the homeless cat. I remember the homeless cat in Gnomon. But I only remember it because I would like chill over there with you guys and smoke cigarettes and talk about, you know, how bad the students were and how good I was all the time. How I'm the best, I think. Oh, dude, nice! You adopted the cat? Hell yeah! That is awesome.
That's a happy story.
Awesome. I remember that because that was a long-term thing. Like that cat was there. That cat was there. Well, you did the Lord's work, girl. I'm happy for you. Thank you so much. You made humanity look nice, and you did a great thing.
It had a happy ending. And everybody's got a cat now.
Everybody has a cat. It's like a children's book. Everybody has a cat.
Everybody's got a cat. The cat is inside of you.
All right, man. It's time for me.
I'm there too, because I got a long day. I got a long day ahead. I got things to make. We got things to do. We got things to make. All right. His name is Gizmo. Aw, I love that name.
Yeah, that's some Gremlins level right there, dude. Just don't give them water after midnight, right?
Feed them. You never get them wet, but you don't feed them after midnight too. It's the same.
Are those the rules?
I think it's the same kind of rule as you don't feed them or get them wet.
Man, I've got to say, like, that really, it felt like some kind of like toxic behavior. You correcting me about that. Just kidding. Super stoked to be on the road to Monsterpalooza.
And you said it. You heard him say it first. All right, we're going to lose our damn minds. Thank you to our sponsor, Lenovo. Thank you to Gnomon School of Visual Effects, the MIT of Visual Effects in West Hollywood, California. Thank you to Matt Millard, the Silly Millie. Thank you to James. Silly Millie. Thanks to James, who's running things in the back. If you want to reach out to us, contact us at our social media at MonsterMash042, at Krichevsky. Matt Millard is at itchytasty_ and at Matt Millard 3D. We'll see you next time on our road to Monsterpalooza. All right.
Later.
Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time on Creature Corner.